All right, we is on.
Alrighty, y'all. Peaceful greetings to ye all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at Northwest of Mexico. How are you? Guys, I'm here with our magnificent and beloved brother, in whom we're well pleased, Brother Sean L. And we are here for our impromptu improv. This is part 4 for Clock of Destiny Book 2, certificate number AA209316. I think I said that properly. I think I said that correctly, right? So with that being said, guys, we are about to go in. We have about 9 more pages until we get to another break in the actual book itself here, right? So with that being said, we're going to do about 4.5 of those pages and just really absorb it, right? And see what it is that we're seeing. As usual, Brother Sean will do the reading, I'll do the ad-libbing. But before we get there, we're going to share my screen here. We're going to do our invocation in terms of the Moorish American prayer. And let me actually go back to here, right? And here we're in the Moor Temple of Science Administrative Functions, pages 48 and 49. All right. And we are here, our invocation in terms of Moorish American prayer, seen on page 48. Handsomely standing due garden is Moorish Fez, and Abba is Prophet Noble True Ali. All righty. And here's our invocation. And happy Holy Venus degree to everyone, says Mother Sahar. Indeed. And just a brief announcement. I'll announce it again, guys. We are meeting on the 7th March 2024 for nutrition fruition. And there will be an in-depth lecture pertaining to nutritional information from Mother Sahara L. She has been on a magnificent journey. I won't give it away. I want her to be able to tell you guys on the 7th March 2024. It is donation based. We want you guys to, especially if you check the stories on Instagram, you'll see that there's even a link for the CashApp. And when you send your CashApp, all you got to do is comment your email, and we'll make sure that you are to receive the link for the meetup on the 7th March 2024. And it was completely Mother Sahar's idea to have a donation-based presentation on nutrition. And she really knows her stuff. So I look forward to you guys showing up for the 7th March 2024. All righty. Brother Derek Blashday says, happy Holy Venus degree to everyone. Indeed, Brother Derek, happy Holy Venus degree to you also. Okay. All right. So we're about to get started. We're going to do this invocation. And you guys can extend all 5 appendages on the left hand, just the index and middle on the right. We're going to have our feet on a 45-degree angle, just like Prophet Noble Ali's feet there in the picture. And we're going to face directional east, which is metaphysically symbolic to going within, because east denotes within. All right. So you guys can repeat after me, either aloud or in your hearts.
Islam.
Islam. Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Noble True Ali.
Noble True Ali.
Ameen. All righty. First letter to be read in every meeting will be read by Brother Sean. Now we're going to go to the Moor Temple of Science Administrative Functions, pages 84 and 85. And we yield the floor to our beloved brother, Sean Islam.
The following is a letter written by Prophet Noble Drew Ali on the 18th day of January, 1928, Anno Domini. He commanded that it be read before every meeting. All right, administrative functions, Moorish Science Temple of America, Home Office 3603, Indiana Avenue. Noble Drew Ali, founder, Chicago, Illinois, January 18th, 1929. To be proclaimed in every meeting. Dear brother, Islam, I am glad to know that I have few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There is a host of jealousy, quote unquote, about me and the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim it was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation as an American citizen, and are working every scheme that they can to disqualify me so they themselves may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that contribute to the movement and uplifting funds. The ones that pay their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. That is why I'm calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance and I need it bad. Never before have I needed finance as badly as I do at present, that I may shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility, quote unquote. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being the head. It has been proven by my work in which I have performed in the last few months, because I was at the governor's inauguration to represent the Moorish divine and national movement. And I will be at the inauguration of President Hoover for the same cause. Noble Drew Ali.
Indeed, and we're here in the Moorish literature, excerpts from the Moorish Guide newspaper on page 12, handsomely standing due guard in his Moorish Sharif Fez and Abba, Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And on page 13, we see divine warning by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Prophet warns all Muslim governors ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. Hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. The internet also. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your cards at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true boys will and must obey the laws laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their carded buttons, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Drew Ali, and if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet, therefore, is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting the prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their simple ways by order of Prophet Noble Drew Ali. And we're going to now make our way to Clock of Destiny. And we're here in book 2. And where we left off at, we're about to begin looking at the geography of the 12 signs of the zodiac and the rise and fall of nations from 1605 to 1965. And as usual, Brother Sean will go in and do the reading, and I'll do my serious member kind of ad living. Right. So let us enjoy ourselves while we do these approximately 4.5 pages. All righty. And we'll be done probably in less than 30 minutes. All righty. With that being said, I yield the floor, bro. Islam.
Islam. Geography of the 12 signs of the zodiac and the rise and fall of nations from 1605 to 1965. The fulfillment of 360 years of ignorance, fear, bloodshed, and destruction. Following this geography of the zodiac is a diagram of the earth revolving around the sun, marking the 12 months and signs during its annual revolution of 360 degrees. Each degree of the earth revolving around the sun represents a day. Thus, 12 months of the zodiac comprise 360 days, which is the complete circle of universal perfection. Firstly, I'll begin with Aries, the first sign of the zodiac, vernal equinox. When the rays of the sun are 1 degree in the sign Aries, it is the first day of spring, of the spring season, and the first day of the new year, in harmony with the universal law of nature. The rays of the sun enter Aries at Sumatra, East India, on the Tropic of Cancer in the Northern Hemisphere on March 21st. Here, the days and nights are universally equal. Aries, Taurus, and Gemini are the first 3 signs and months of the new year. Thus, on June 21st, the rays of the sun are in its last degree of the sign Gemini, which marks the end of the spring season and the beginning of the summer season. 3 in the east, signs of the zodiac, 5,400 miles. Thus, on June 21st, the rays of the sun are in the first degree of the sign Cancer. Here, the Earth is at right angle of 90 degrees, the longest day of the year. This 90-degree angle of the Earth to the sun occurs at Wake Island in the Pacific Ocean and is the east gate of the zodiac, referred to as the 3 in the east, meaning the first 3 signs of the zodiac, high noon, quote unquote. All right, we got 3 in the north, signs of the zodiac. This is 10,800 miles. Extreme east, 180 degrees, New York and Boston, U.S.A. Now the North Gate, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo are the 3 signs in the North Gate. The rays of the sun enters Cancer at Wake Island and ends at California on July 22nd and enters the sign Leo and ends on August 22nd on the line of New Orleans, St. Louis, Missouri, Chicago, Illinois, and Northwest Canada. Thus, all of the land from Alaska to Mexico and from California to St. Louis, Missouri lies in the region of the sign Leo. Universal Standard Time is measured from Denver, Colorado in the sign Leo. In the year 1884, the measurement of time in geography was shifted from the U.S.A. to the island of Albion, known as the British Isle or England, at Greenwich.
Greenwich, right? So, and that's why I said, like, how can something be central but not be the center of something? And that's why I was saying, since this is the North Gate, which is the hub of the universe, then that means really they were calculating time from the central time zone, technically. And right here is where CM Bay's proving that. And he even said 2 years prior to Prophet Noble Drew Ali manifesting, the measurement of time in geography was shifted from here at the North Gate. However, the organization known as the U.S.A. right? As far as how he's identifying it for those that may not comprehend the North Gate, even though he's explaining it in this article. To the island of Albion or Albion, right? Known as the British Isle or England at Greenwich. I yield the floor, bro.
Thus, on August 23rd, the rays of the sun enters the 6th sign Virgo and ends on September 23rd at the Arc of Greenland, the deep waters of Boston, Massachusetts, and the eastern coast of Florida. On September 23rd, the sun is in its last degree of Virgo, the last sign of the North Gate, the 6th sign of the zodiac, 180 degrees. Here you are referred to the diagram of the zodiac. Thus, on September 24th, the Earth turns from the sun in the north to the sun in the southern hemisphere in the sign Libra at Obidos, Brazil, South America, and ushers in the fall season in the northern hemisphere and the spring season in the southern. Here again, the days and nights are universally equal, the fall equinox. 3 in the west, signs of the zodiac, 16,200 miles. The signs Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius comprise the west gate of the zodiac on the Tropic of Capricorn in the southern hemisphere. The signs Libra and Scorpio line the Atlantic Ocean. Thus, the rays of the sun pass through Libra September 24th to October 23rd, and October 24th to November 21st. Scorpio, and enter the 9th sign Sagittarius on November 22nd at Windhoek in Southwest Africa, and remains until December 21st. Thus, on December 21st, the rays of the sun are in the last degree of the 9th sign, Sagittarius, which marks the shortest day of the year. Here, the Earth has evolved 270 degrees of the zodiac, the ninth month of the year, and the end of the fall season, low noon, quote unquote.
So, and this is why I and Brother Sean go over every Monday, Intuition Monday, when we are talking about the different astrological zones, the different zodiac zones, looking at the Earth in the 12 slices or 12 parts, each corresponding to the zodiac. And here, CMB is definitely laying it down. And again, remember, this is what he's putting together between 1947 and 1952. So this stuff isn't unknown. Alrighty. It's very well known. I yield the floor, bro. Islam.
These 3 in the south. Signs of the zodiac, 21,600 miles. The signs Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces comprise the south gate and the last of the 4 squares of the 12 signs of the zodiac and year. Thus, on December 21st, the rays of the sun enter the sign of Capricorn, or into the sign Capricorn, the 10th month and sign of the zodiac, which mark the beginning of the winter season in the northern hemisphere and the beginning of the summer season in the southern. Here, the people enjoy summer in the South, South America, Africa, and Australia, and New Zealand, while the people in the Northern Hemisphere undergo icy winter. And in July, the people in the Southern Hemisphere undergo winter, while the people in the Northern enjoy summer. Thus, on January 19th, the rays of the sun enter the sign of Aquarius, the 11th month and sign of the zodiac, midwinter. Thus, on February 20th, the rays of the sun enter Pisces, the 12th month and the 12th sign, and last sign of the year, and the end of the winter season. The 12th sign Pisces is the complete circle of 360 degrees or days termed a year. The Indian Ocean and Java, East India, lie in the 12th sign Pisces, the south gate. Here you are referred to the diagram of the zodiac. Opposite of the sign Gemini, 90 degrees, is the sign Sagittarius, 270 degrees. The Earth is square. And opposite of the sign Virgo, 180 degrees north, is the sign Pisces, 360 degrees south. These 4 points of the universe, Earth, are referred to in Masonry as the level and the plumb, or the negative and the positive forces of nature upon which the world took form, the universal law of natural perfection. Upon this perfect foundation of the universal law of life, realities, and existence, the Franciscan Catholic, daughters of the American Revolution, established a mythical or unreal doctrine of Holy Mother Mary and Son Christ in the year of 1854. The planet Uranus governs human revolution and new social orders. It requires 84 years for the planet Uranus to pass through the 12 signs of the zodiac. Thus, in 1928, the planet Uranus had evolved its last degree of the 12th sign of the south gate of the zodiac in the regions of the Indian Ocean and Java, East India. It crossed the equator into the sign Aries, the first sign of the east gate of the northern hemisphere, and remained in Aries until 1935. That position of Uranus influenced the masses of Asia and modern Europe to revolutionary action to free themselves from under the influence of the iron-handed rulers of the Franciscan priesthood. In 1935, the planet Uranus entered the sign Taurus, the second sign of the East Gate in the Northern Hemisphere, and remained in Taurus until 1942. The sign Taurus rules over the island of Japan. Thus, the revolutionary influences of nature of Uranus and Taurus, the bull sign, influenced the Japanese masses to sudden violent action against the powerful rulership of the Franciscan order.
What's interesting too, like if you guys see on Netflix right now, it's a lot of stuff being promoted too about like Japanese based movies or even some type of martial art films. And it's funny because Uranus is in Taurus right now, which I think is very interesting. to even see that, because Uranus is electronics, right? And then if Taurus is Japan is within the Taurus zone, right? It makes sense why there's this heavy promotion of Japanese imagery and images, especially on your streaming apps. However, I yield the floor, bro. Islam.
In 1942, the planet Uranus entered the sign Gemini, the last sign of the East Gate, and the first 90 degrees east longitude of the zodiac, which ended at Pearl Harbor and Wake Island in 1949. Thus, in 1949, the planet Uranus entered the sign Cancer, the first sign of the North Gate of the zodiac, ruling from the Hawaiian Islands to the banks of California until 1956. This region of Cancer is 120 degrees east longitude of the zodiac, while the planet Uranus is in this region of the sign of Cancer of the North Gate. Its revolutionary influence will force the Saint Franciscan daughters of the American Revolution to overthrow the unique system of quote-unquote white supremacy established by the feminine powers between 1848 and 1854 and 1863. The union of, quote, Holy Mother Mary and Queen Victoria, end quote. The victory or the Victorian age of corruption, which was born out of the corruption of the half-breeds Moor society of Islamism. Thus, from 1949 to 1954 or 1956, under the revolutionary influence of the positive planet Uranus, will mark the definite end of the doctrine of the Saint Franciscan Daughters of the American Revolution, namely the Knight of Columbus of the Ku Klux Klan of the Union State, rightism of the Magna Charta, and the rise of freedom, unity, justice, and economic and social equality, minus the names such as, quote, white, Negro, Indian, colored, and racism, end quote.
Correct. Don't need those things for equality. Those things are actually, crimes against humanity: white, Negro, Indian, colored, and racism. I yield.
Indeed. It's kind of interesting, like those that still are not make clear, or what they say, argue about if they're still caught in that timeline of that influence of like racism, white, Negro, Indian, colored, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some people are just psychologically stuck for some reason. And brother Derek Blash Bay says, wow, yes, there is a lot of martial arts movies, you know what I mean, that are like even being promoted. Like, I ain't gonna front, there's a lot of Michelle Yeoh or Yeoh is a lot of that right now. Like the brother's son is something else. It's just a lot. Warrior, even though Warrior is supposed to be based on people from China going to near San Francisco Corporation, but it's like some of those faces aren't all Chinese. You know what I mean? Because some of them are like, hold on, he looks. Because I mean, if you really look at like the majority of what people from China look like, if you could really see besides what is put on, motion picture, you can kind of see certain features are really different between people from that are considered Chinese, Korean, Taiwanese, Filipino, Japanese. They do not all look alike. They really don't. They all have distinguishing features, especially if you look at them long enough, you can be able to tell them apart, honestly. And that's why I was like, I know they're saying this is the setting as far as the characters is Chinese, but some of these people acting in this are definitely not just Chinese. Like they're not. I can see right through it. I was like, some of them are actually Japanese, and I can tell. But I yield the floor, bro. It's fun.
All of the atomic bombs and the military forces of the U.S.A. and abroad definitely cannot check the positive revolutionary forces of the planet Uranus in the North Gate of the Zodiac, the hub of the universe, North America. Thus, in 1956, the planet Uranus will enter the sign Leo to remain in Leo until 1963. Leo governs the western half of Canada, the U.S.A. and all of Mexico. This western half of the North American continent governs our economic system, the breadbasket, and oil, iron, silver, and gold, and atomic elements. Thus, from the last 2 years of the planet Uranus influencing the sign Cancer, 1954, 1956, and the 7 years in the royal sign Leo will affect the U.S.A. economic system to the extent that the masses of the Union Society will have no alternative. And as a result, the greatest economic and social change that the modern world has ever known will be made by them. Here, in reality, the population of U.S.A. will rise with the culture of the zodiac, the universal constitution, to become the greatest economic and social and moral power on earth, minus atomic bombs and military forces of corruption.
All we need to be really just working with is the zodiac. That's it. All this other stuff with police and sheriffs, and it's been over. It's been done. Especially in 1956 when, the Dwight D. Eisenhower relinquished jurisdiction here at Morocco. So everybody is really being held hostage by agencies, private mercenary groups, feigning as government. It's been over. And that's why I said it's got to come to a point where I trust that before things get violent, we can actually be effective with the pen and prevent some violence that I think is going to happen pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. I yield the floor, Islam.
Here, the rest of the masses of humanity and dictators abroad will lay down their arms of war and follow us. Geometry has never told a lie. Yes, the great change must take form through a universal economic collapse, from which will automatically destroy all doctrine of isms and theological superstition on a universal scale. Here, the entire human family will enjoy freedom, a perfect state of mind referred to as heaven, quote unquote. The 12 signs of the zodiac are also referred to in Bible mythology as, quote unquote, the walls of Jericho.
Indeed. Any questions, comments, and/or suggestions? Going once. I think that was excellent, Brother Sean. Because it's just like, every year or however many times a year I read C.M. Bay's literature and Prophet Noble Drew Ali's literature, it's always refreshing. It always makes me further happy and happier and proud that I made the decision to honor my ancient foremothers and forefathers, to not be someone who is stuck in a belief system without knowledge. However, it's also, kind of tough because there are loved ones that we all have that we know will never know the joy pertaining to that which we have here, because all they're focusing on is finances, not even really solving the economic and social issue, just I got mine, you get yours kind of mindset. Right? As far as finances in that way, right? Mother Sahar says, wow, the 12 signs of the zodiac are referred to as the walls of Jericho. Yep. Islam. That's why I'm glad, man, we can do these things and go over these things. I think, a lot of people out there that, hold different lives on different social media platforms, they really think we're not in a time where people are interested in reading and studying consistently to be able to retain information. People are just writing on what they believe. So we're in a time right now that a lot of people are just kind of stuck in, having movements based on belief and connotation. instead of really just being what has already been plainly set for them, and that is the Moorish Divine and National movement. And like I said, for anybody out there to say that Prophet Noble Drew Ali kicked CM out of the temple and they don't have any evidence of that, is just evil meanness being spread, you know. And it's like it's so easy to see how people don't evolve past some type of like dogma belief type thinking in their minds. So they get stuck at the elementary level pertaining to being introduced to Prophet Noble Drew Ali, instead of being able to grow and have their understanding grow even more every time they go back and read Prophet Noble Drew Ali's literature and read CM Bay's literature. A lot of Moorish Americans, Moors, as we already saw, it goes from Moabite, Moorish come from Moabite. There's been a ton of cross-sexualization that's happening. There's no need to get into arguments and debates pertaining to these things because we have things already written down. All we got to do is refer to Prophet Noble Drew Ali and CM Bay at least. And then when we go back and look at Emmanuel bin Baybu Ali's work and what he's done, I mean, he's been, you know, rewritten in the reconstructed history as Benjamin Banneker. We'll actually see the, you know, the connection over 237 years. You know what I mean? That these people just wanted to assist in the reformation pertaining to people's mindsets so that we can get to solving our economic and social issues and not having to war with each other here on this planet by just simply observing and being mindful with the zodiac. That's it. That's all. Everything else is disunity, disharmony, this person's belief system against this person's belief system. This being's political group against this being's political group. And all that comes from evil, meanness, and ignorance. It is hate. It does not come from love at all, which is our first principle. Questions, comments, and no suggestions going Twiz eyes. Brother Sean, you have anything you want to share?
Indeed, nah, I'm all good, bro.
Questions, comments, and or suggestions going thrice. I will say, guys, make sure you join us on the 7th March 2024, where Mother Sahar will be giving a very in-depth presentation on pertaining to nutritional information. She'll give you guys her story and her walk with it. Very wise mother when it comes to many things, especially when it comes to nutrition. It will be held via Zoom. It'll be held privately, of course, unless she wants to do it some kind of way live. But that was the whole purpose, is to have you guys participate via donation. So that's why we're just going to privately hold it on Zoom. However, we're inviting everyone, you know, to come on out, share it with your loved ones. I will email a flyer very soon to as many people I can think of. If it doesn't come email, I'll send it in any social media messaging, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. And you guys can just, you know, share it around and make your donations to come and participate. Right. And when you go to make that donation, just make sure we have your email so we can send you the link. Brother Derek Blash Bay says love and respect to everyone, and Mother Sahar says indeed. All right. So this is also where I and Brother Sean say be yourselves and donate. Absolutely. So I'm going to stop the screen share here. You guys know, once this is complete, you know, we'll modify the description or whatever and make sure you guys will be able to see where our donation links are for CashApp. If you don't have a CashApp, all you got to do is reach out to us, and if there's an alternative that you would like to use to donate, you know, do so. All right. With that being said, what I'm going to do is JLB says peaceful greetings, guys. And remember, tomorrow, right, it's the 24th. I'm not mistaken. It is TUPAC is meeting as we do every Saturday, so don't forget. Come on and meet up, right? TUPAC. Alrighty, come on in and join us as we go in on our concept correction discussion pertaining to astrology. It's a lot that we do and a lot that we share. And like I said, it would be great if people, really supported what it is that we do. It's like we're gonna have to find that clip of Charleston White when he was speaking intelligently and being a good brother or whatever. No one was listening until he niggered things up, so to speak. We gotta find that, brother Sean. Like seriously, like I might even look for it right after we complete this. If you can too, brother Sean, can you see if you can discover it also?
I'm sure it'll probably show up here at some point, just being that
because we mentioned
you said it.
Yeah,
but I'm go to Twitter or what they call X and just search it or Google it. I'm pretty sure somebody got that somewhere.
Yeah, that pixel retargeting is always active, right? So with that being said, guys, we're going to do our invocation out, turn to Moorish American prayer. We're going to extend all 5 appendages on the left hand, just the index and middle on the right. We're going to stand on a 45-degree angle with our feet, on a 45-degree angle, right? As we face east, which is metaphysically denoting within. And y'all can repeat after me either aloud or in your hearts. Islam. Sorry, Brother Sean's got it. Yes, repeat after Brother Sean. Islam.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
Allah, the Father of the universe.
The Father of love.
Father of love.
Truth.
Truth.
Peace.
Peace.
Freedom.
Freedom.
And justice.
And justice.
Allah is my protector.
Allah is my protector.
My guide.
My guide.
And my salvation.
And my salvation.
By night.
By night.
And by day.
And by day.
Through his holy prophet.
Through his holy prophet.
Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali.
Amen.
Amen. All righty, guys. Thank you all so much. When you go to get your victuals and go to eat, make sure you eat well. Speak over that which you're going to eat, affirming health and wealth for yourself. And when you go to rest and recharge, make sure you rest and recharge well. We'll be seeing you guys, next day, which is Saturday, for TUPAC's astrology concept correction meetup. And like you said, you guys can still join TUPAC. It's $250 for a lifetime. You bring someone with you, then that's $125 each. But it has to be someone coming with you if you want to be able to have the $125 choice, all right? So that's what we'll do for a lifetime for you guys. Also, with that being said, and you guys will see us again on Sunday. We go into chapter 3 from, for our Moorish, for our Holy Quran devotional countdown, all right, for AstroCivics Sunday. And with that, guys, this is where, on behalf of all of 7HealStars, where we say to y'all, namaste, 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 Islam, 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 y'all.
Peace and love.